Well, growing up in Tahoe when I was a kid, I mean, it was different than it is today because there was less people. And I lived right at the top of Kingsbury Grade, right up behind right on the U.S. Forest Service line. So there was nobody around us when I was growing up, hardly. But I got to ski all the time, and the summer months I spent out in the hills, walking around, hiking with my dog, and shooting my BB gun. And then in high school, I played a lot of sports and still did a lot of skiing. I skied since I was a little boy until I left Tahoe in the early 80s. So there was this time where, I don't know, I was probably 10 years old maybe, and it was in the summer months, and there used to be a creek that was about a mile from our house down in the canyon bottom, and I used to go down there all the time and hike around and hang out with the dog and do things. And one day I went down there and there was a bus parked down there, and I don't even know how they got there. And there was a bunch of what we called back then hippies. They were all hanging out. They had a campfire going, and they were living in their school bus out in the middle of nowhere. And I was hiding in the trees, and I was so afraid I didn't know what to do. If they caught me, I was afraid that they'd hurt me. So I had to sneak all the way back to the house. And I told my mom she wouldn't let me go back out in the woods for about 3 weeks. I finally went back, and they were all gone. She was worried that they were down there, and she didn't know what kind of people they were. They were like gypsies. They would just move along and live where they stopped. It was nice in the off season when nobody was around, but it's a gambling and entertainment center, and it's just not what I like too much anymore. When I was growing up, there was about a fourth of the people, and that was nice. I don't miss the snow too much. I can remember I have pictures when I was a boy that the snow was so high we had to drive the snowblower. We built a ramp and drove the snowblower up the ramp and onto the roof of the house so we could snowblow the snow up high enough to get it off the roof. It was fun, and I enjoyed living and growing up in Lake Tahoe, and at that time it was a great place.